Welcome back. Now, the coalition government in the Ekurhuleni council continues to shake. The DA's Raymond Dhlamini is taking the legal route in a bid to be reinstated as speaker. While the coalition government falls apart, residents have decided to clean their streets and fix potholes. For more on this, we've got our reporter on the ground, Pule Letshwiti-Jones. He is in the city of Ekurhuleni to find out more. Pule, just give us an update if there is any.
Yeah, definitely. We understand that yesterday the Super 7, which is the minority parties, of course, with the ANC and the EFF, were supposed to hold a press briefing this morning. However, it seems as though it's been cancelled. But we do understand that the ANC and, of course, the EFF will be joining in as friends of the court, supporting, of course, the city as well, who are respondents on the application, trying to defend that application being brought by the council speaker, of course, being Raymond Dhlamini, in a bid to reverse last week's council session proceedings and, of course, decisions that are taken to have him ousted out of position. But at this particular moment, we do understand that, of course, some residents as well are still saying that service delivery is not progressing, and they're worried that the political, wrangling within council may just delay some of that service delivery that's supposed to happen. But we're trying to get reaction now from the city. We're speaking to its spokesperson, Mr. Pagamile. Thank you very much for joining us this morning. It's safe to say that the court case is on Friday, and you are, of course, the respondents on the application, court applications as well. What does this mean for the city, and in terms of taxpayers' money as well? Yeah.
Good morning, Pule, and good morning to your viewers. Well, look, we're in unprecedented territory. I don't think there's ever been a scenario where the Speaker has taken council to court. However, we will go with the procedure and see what happens and what the outcome is. In terms of service delivery, political stability can never be good for service delivery. When officials are uncertain of the future and what's going to happen, they become uneasy, and that spills over to our residents. So our big hope and wish is that we get through the adjustment budget, which will allow us to continue delivering services to our residents, and our cut-off time is the end of February, so time is running out. Are
you worried that time may come, deadline may come, and you still haven't passed the adjustment budget, which speaks primarily to service delivery and the repatriation of the budget to certain departments as well?
Look, part and parcel of our task as officials is to do risk management and scenario planning, so we have planned for that scenario, but in the overall picture, it's going to be quite dire if we're unable to deliver services to our residents. I mean, the city manager, Dr. Imogen Mashadi, she released a statement last week, Wednesday, just calling on councillors to find a political solution to the current impasse.
Has there been any talks with the current speaker to say, can you find any political resolution to make sure that there's a way forward to prioritise the residents, apart from the political wrangling that's happening in council as well?
Look, as a city and as an administration, we respect and we abide by the separation of powers, so we don't really get involved in what happens in the political realm. But like I said, the city manager did release a statement just, telling residents and assuring them where we are and what could happen, So we still call upon council to find an amicable solution to this.
And of course now we find residents complaining about the grass cutting. There's still high grass as you go on the streets of Ekurhuleni and in town as well. Others have even used their own money to fill up potholes. Clearly this is a concern.
Look, it is a grave concern and it's quite unfortunate. Just in terms of grass cutting, there was a contract that expired. The tender was awarded recently, earlier this month. We have started with cemeteries and then we're going to move over to public spaces and parks. So we do apologize to our residents for that short snag. And we should be catching up on all our service delivery backlog.
What are the timelines?
Look, like I said, it's ongoing. So there's not a thing of we're going to start tomorrow or whatever. We are on the ground. We are cutting some of our cemeteries and they will catch up with the backlog.
Right. And in terms of speaking again to service delivery, you're here today. This program where you've been invited National Treasury, what are we looking at and what's the cost of what you need for today?
Look, we're at the govt Water Care Centre, the largest water care centre in Ekurhuleni. We process some of the dirty water and make it clean and recyclable. We are here with the National Treasury because we're seeking funding of about 4.6 billion, and this is part of our 50-year expansion plan. As a city, we always have to plan for the future, so we're looking at in terms of 50 years, growth of the city, growth of the metro, the businesses and residents, we should be able to supply them with clean water. As you know, govt has multiple Green Drop Awards, so our water is clean. So this is an exercise in future planning. But like I said, we need political stability so we can get such funding to plan for the future and make sure that we don't find ourselves in a rut in 50 years' time.
How much funding are you looking at here?
It's 4.6 billion.
All right. Okay, thank you very much. Of course, that's the spokesperson of Ekurhuleni there, Masigo, speaking to us. And I must say, we will be speaking to the council speaker as well, who had said that he's out of the province, but of course making his way to speak to us regarding what has been the talks in terms of him having to find a political solution with other parties, or is he still continuing with that court application and court matter that's expected to sit on Friday.
All right, Pule Letshwiti-Jones live for us in Ekurhuleni. Let's leave it there for now. Now, former Eskom executive Dan Marokane has been appointed interim CEO of Tongaat Hulett. It comes as Tongaat's future remains uncertain after its crippling debt pile pushed it into business rescue. The company is the country's biggest sugar producer. Gavin Hudson had been at the helm since 2019 and is stepping down at the end of the month.